regardless of physical or mental challenges. Secretary Pollard expects the first one to be constructed within the next fiscal year.
Because I've already talked to Habitat for Humanity, I've spoken to UNDP, and I'm also talking to private investors, because the first park will cost about, like I said, $560,000 purchase and install. So that persons with wheelchair and all could really go in and swing and everything like that. So,
in the meantime, the THA continues to work toward hiring persons with disabilities within each division. Secretary Pollard stated that while some divisions have already done so, they are working with the families to ensure appropriate accommodations are in place.
Some divisions started, but I have already had conversation with them a couple of weeks ago, and I'm certain, like I told you in the last report, that by the start of the new fiscal 2026 and 2027, each division will have persons who are differently able employed. But we have worked out with their families that they work 4 hours.
In other news, Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo says Trinidad and Tobago is making steady progress toward establishing a permanent national prosthetics center. He made the remarks while speaking virtually at CARFA's 70th Annual Health Research Conference in Guyana on Wednesday, adding that proposed plans for the Children's Hospital could be expanded to serve not only the country, but the wider Caribbean region as well. Following India's assistance in providing prosthetic limbs for 800 diabetic patients, Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo says TNT is now preparing to take the next major step. Addressing a ministerial panel discussion at CARFA's 70th Annual Health Research Conference, he confirmed that work is underway toward the establishment of a permanent prosthetic center.
We're able to provide prosthetic limbs for some 800 of our patients, mostly diabetics, and of course some as a result of trauma. And it is we're very close to operationalizing a permanent prosthetics center in the country. And in terms of sharing with the Caribbean, we're hoping that we'll have the capacity to be able to allow sharing with, seeing patients from the other countries.
Dr. Bodo also announced plans to position the Couva Children's Hospital as a high-level referral center, emphasizing that the facility would be designed to serve the wider Caribbean region.
Has been the opportunity for us to create a specialist hospital, what will be a tertiary, perhaps quaternary hospital at the Couva Children's Hospital. Because of our increase in bed capacity over the years, we are now able to focus on that facility to make it tertiary quaternary hospital, not only to serve Trinidad and Tobago, but of course to share that with the rest of the Caribbean.
The health minister also revealed that a comprehensive workforce assessment completed with support from the Inter-American Development Bank is now guiding staffing strategies even outside the country. In more news, on Wednesday at the National Racquet Center in Tacarigua, the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs distributed 65 grants for athletes and sporting bodies with the aim of aiding them for upcoming competitions, training, travel, expenses, and other amenities in 2026. Speaking at the event, Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs Philip Watts added that he wants to see this country's continued success on the international stage and believes this program will go a long way in doing that, especially with 2028 Olympic Games on the horizon.
System where a young girl from Point Fortin, a young man from Arima, or a differently able athlete in Tobago can look at today's ceremony and say, there is a place for me in sport, and my country will back me.
And that's what's making the news this morning. But joining us right now is Vermala Balkaran, the host of Trinidad and Tobago Today. Good morning, Vermala, and happy Friday Eve.
Good morning, Wait, it is Thursday.
Right, so Friday Eve.
You know, someone said if they don't look at us on mornings, they never really know how many days are left until the weekend, because I'm always counting down. Absolutely. I feel like this was one of those weeks. But this week kind of really went by quickly.
It did. And tomorrow is Friday already. And, you know, everybody will be like, thank God it's Friday. But you know what? I enjoy my work weekend. So.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
This is about creating opportunity through responsible management and citizen participation in national wealth. We are targeting US $3 billion in new investment within the next few years in energy, in construction, in tourism, and the digital economy.
Music.
It's reconstruction time in Trinidad, so put your shoulder to the women that move on, don't stop till you reach the top. You put a hand and I put a hand and we will sing. For big and for small in no time at all, prosperity. There's no other way to do it. Show your patriotic spirit, unity somehow. If Trinidad ever needed you, it's now.
Culture.
The budget has goodies and some not so goodies, but that is because fairness requires that everyone plays their part.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
Women are a quiet strength the world leans on, the hands that hold everything together, and the heart that keeps on giving, even when they're tired. And it's time for us to celebrate that. I'm Yashamani, your host of Majestic Makeover, the series which uplifts and transforms the lives of everyday women who've carried so much for so long. In this season, we're looking for women like these, women who have endured, women who survived, women who keep on going, no matter what. A woman who's lost a loved one and finds the strength to go on. A survivor of crime who refused to be broken. A woman over 70 who gives to her family and the community every single day. A survivor of serious illness who continues to live with hope and courage. A physically challenged woman living fully with dignity and determination. These are the stories we want to honor. Do you know her? Nominate her. Let's celebrate her. Send us 2 brief paragraphs which briefly states who she is, your relationship to her, and why she deserves this journey. As well, send us your contact information. Send it to majesticmakeover@tt@gmail.com. Because remember, every woman needs to feel majestic. Majestic Makeover Season 3, right here on TTT.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked!
The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that they've been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The ground report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God. Our God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check is 14 minutes past the hour, about 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City, 91.1 FM.
And if our God is for us, then who could
I say a pleasant good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers. Good morning to you. 7-seaters, all of you, yes, good morning.
stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can
I
stand?
must say a pleasant good morning to Tobago. A pleasant good morning to you, Tobago.
Stand again.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now while we do some upgrade on the other platforms, the platforms here to look on to at this point in time. So you're gonna tell a friend to tell a friend, just in case they missed it. Or some of them might be like, but where the hell? What the corridor? Or Wolf 6? No. You're gonna get it on that Talk City 91.1 FM on Facebook and on YouTube. So just in case, Real Media TT have to do some upgrades. You all know where you all can go get us, okay? Talk City 91.1 FM. Both Facebook and YouTube. But for now, the platform is shared. You can also get us on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube, and on Talk City 91.1 FM on Facebook, Talk City 91.1 FM on YouTube. 2 platforms.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
darkness you shine. Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power. Our God.
Whoa, boys, let me hail out some of you that are on Facebook and on YouTube. Very early this morning, man. Very, very early, eh? That's good, that's good. And today we also will be interviewing Foreign Minister, Mr. Sobers. That's some questions we like to ask. Such as his Secretary General, who it look like she's looking to rack up. Such as what's our relationship when it coming to Venezuela. What's our relationship when it comes to the other Caribbean countries? But I would like to know what's our relationship when it comes to Guyana. Because I did see where Guyana president had fully support the re-electing
Who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against?
of that CARICOM Secretariat, right? Not Secretary General. CARICOM Secretariat. He said it was transparent, it was cool. So, you know, a foreign minister is to deal with address them things. Then we want to also talk or ask him questions such as foreign investment or interest in people in doing business in Trinidad and Tobago, or what is his take in bringing tourism. We have a tourism minister.
Our God is greater, our God is stronger.
But best not a pleasant good morning to you, Butram. Ran Ali John, good morning. Lucky Lal, Pamela Palu, a pleasant good morning. Primraj, good morning. The Brady Bunch, a pleasant good morning. Hey, Janelle, good morning to you. Afisa D. Mohammed, a pleasant good morning to you. Cyril. Group Chan Singh, a pleasant good morning. And Maria Amin, how are you going? A pleasant good morning to you. Pearl Daniel Singh, good morning. Pamela Palu, good morning. Marilyn Sicharan, a pleasant good morning to you. Matilda Rhodes, a pleasant good morning. Gloria Escala, good morning to you. Sheila, a pleasant good morning. Mary. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Tara Reyes of DLA, a pleasant good morning. All Taras, a pleasant good morning to you all. Nadira, a pleasant good morning. Rinald, good morning to you. Krishna, a pleasant good morning. Rishi, good morning. 007, a pleasant good morning to you. Lucky Lal, good morning to you. Ahmed, a pleasant good morning to you. Rajan Jamaraj, good morning. Cindy Mohan, good morning. Betty Sudali, a pleasant good morning to you. Dress School, a pleasant good morning to you. Diane Legendary, good morning. Nigel Black, a pleasant good morning to you. Jennifer Ramjet, a pleasant good morning. Sharon Rampasad, good morning. You on Facebook, eh? Ro Ramnarayan, a pleasant good morning. Gloria Escala. Tracy Thomas, a pleasant good morning to you. Joanny Jagroup, good morning. Denver Mohan, a pleasant good morning to you. As long as I say Denver Mohan, I can't forget Darren Mohan. That's our Vega the counselor, my Christian partner, yes. Good morning, my brother. Neil De Silva, pleasant good morning to you. Your wife Delia. Good morning, KK. You getting ready for school? There's that Pramachan Sukraj. I hope I pronounced that all right. A pleasant good morning to you. Samentra, good morning. Michael Scotland, a pleasant good morning to you. Kamala Samlal Singh, a pleasant good morning to you. Rajesh Samaru, good morning. Fraser, good morning. Hey Danny, a pleasant good morning to you. Lenny, good morning. Maki Thunderboom, a pleasant good morning. Dwarat Mohan, good morning. Sukal, good morning to you. Louis, Andy, so you keep looking, keep looking. My next trip, all the best. Keep on doing the good work. I am from Tobago, loving your house. All right, let me say good morning to each and every one of you that are looking to us in Tobago. Good morning to you. Jamasi Pasar, a pleasant good morning. Rachel Price, I'm supposed to call you back. I see I missed call late. I'll give you a call after the program. Good morning. Annie. Ram Pasar, a pleasant good morning to you. Dennis C. Paul and Journey, good morning to you all. I want to say a special good morning to Dave and Deborah. I know, I hope everything is all right with them. They just drop off the map. Try communicating with them, not getting through. I remember Dave and Deborah, man. My daddy, nice little wholesale thing. They were selling the sheets, matching the curtains. They had completed, they're just not wrong. And they are responsible for us here on this that I can see all in one. This ready to Dave and Deborah for the listening. Remember this thing will be expiring sometime soon. All they find you to Dave and Deborah. Someone all the foreigners gotta pay for this for the real chat, right? So don't forget that. I can watch all in one. Donna Lewis, a pleasant good morning to you. Nising, good morning. Elizabeth, good morning. Rupert Lal, a pleasant good morning to you. Yes, I'm taking this time for you all. Daisy Basdio, a pleasant good morning to you. Freddie Brown, good morning. All Donnas, a pleasant good morning to you all. Trincia, Hira, good morning. Rajpati, Ram Sarup, a pleasant good morning. Ahmed, I don't tell you morning, Lenny. All Lenny's a pleasant good morning. Zandu Ruthless, good morning to you. Stefan, good morning. Vanessa, Daniel, I haven't seen you for a while. I say first the ground report. But I know plenty of LBC. Good morning. Cindy Mohan, good morning. Sean Nelson, good morning to you. Shireen Lee, I ain't hear from you a long time. Good morning. Otelda, good morning. Ruby Sami, a pleasant good morning to you. Yes, all of you. Samantha, good morning. Tarandat, good morning to you. Plenty Ram Sarup on this chat, boy. She out there is not St. Vincent, it's St. Lucia. I must say good morning to St. Lucia. That always look on St. Vincent, Jamaica, Guyana. All of you that always lock on, that in the Caribbean, a pleasant good morning to you all. Groove Master Songs, good morning. Rick Lutchman, good morning to you. Balaraj, good morning. Aldwin Edwards, a pleasant good morning to you. Baby Rampasad, good morning. Let me say a pleasant good morning to my baby too. And the teacher Balmain, good morning. Jesse, good morning. Yolanda Cordner, good morning. Azad Khan, a pleasant good morning to you. Neely Silva, don't tell you morning. You and your wife and KK. Magani's friend, what gone on down there in Diego Martin. Morning to all. Lacan in Bacatel, Diego Martin, West, in the house. I tell you, I don't like you texting, you know. I want you to send voice note. I want to hear your voice. I like your accent. I want to hear your voice. Heinz down here. The road still full without total water all over. These Trinidadian, them are up here real stupid. Yeah, well, she said in here too, you know, so don't play a little and she, but Ghanaians, we only talking about about talking thing this so. No. She all she train right here. That's why she can vote and thing. Sugder, good morning. Nice. Baby, everybody. Naren Joseph, good morning. Ekasi Williams, a good morning to you. Pundit Param Maraj. Majid Ali, a pleasant good morning to you. Showen Lopez, Radica, all of you. Hey, a lot of you all joining us, boy. Yeah, early. Knew some names I ain't see for a while. Baran, Bashk, good morning. Oh, Byron. Rosemary, good morning, Peter. LP, Lisa, Fagaro. Let me just say Lisa, yes? That name kinda. A lot of new names. Anne Brown, good morning. Devika Balkaran, good morning to you. Jill Monroe. Bina Pinda. Richardson Das, good morning. Nice. So here it is, Trinidad and Tobago. We go for a quick break and come back. When we come back, let's get on to business. Let's get on to what is the headliners. I see the charge of one man so far, 5 suspended. Yeah, that's what the headliners saying here. So let me just go. That's that one there. Right before we go for that break there, they're saying here, right? 28-year-old cop to be charged with killing Miss Eversley, trafficking of firearms, possession of firearms, and robbery. 5 other officers suspended as ACP remains on leave. So some other officers were suspended. ACP remain on leave. So we go for that break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the ground report. We'll be back.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours? Johnny, what going on, boy? How your bill so low? How your bill so low? I conserving energy, I switch your LED, at the stun of the AC, and I saving real money. It's our responsibility. For brighter TNT, cut the waste and you would see. Why everybody asking me? They asking how you been so low? How you been so low? TN powering the nation into the next generation.
Hey Trisha, I ain't seen a while. How business going?
Boy, business real slow these days, you know, and advertising expensive.
You for real? You ain't hear about SBP?
What's that?
Small business package. You can advertise your business on radio. They cater for your budget.
You serious?
Yes, girl. Them fellows are Next 99.1, Sweet 100.1, and Talk City 91.1. Real bigging up your thing.
What? No way. Tell me where, when, and how.
Call 622-4141. That number is 622-4141. And for more information, you can email tttsales@ttt.co.tt.
I heading down Marfal Road now. That song ain't too good to be true.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. We report the news, real stories in real time. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Island Finance is now even closer to you with brand new modern locations. Visit us today at Citygate, Port of Spain. Come in for your hassle-free loan from Island Finance. Quick, easy, and convenient, subjected to credit approval and document verification.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, our doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Voices you know, trust, and respect are the very best in talk. Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra. And right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Nigel Snipes. A pleasant good morning to you.
Pleasant good morning, Andy.
Oh boy, not forgetting Lennox Smith. A pleasant good morning to you.
Yes, indeed. Of course, a pleasant good morning to you as well, my friend. And of course, my voice is a bit hoarse this morning. I suppose I might have overdone it last night and the night before. But that being as it may.
Overdo? Where do?
Well, of course, on the corridor transformation, I had to be specific with you because you may want, of course, have in regard to the perversion that seemed to be commonplace in Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, because I want
to be specific.
Oh,
I'm
specific
saying
corridor.
That, haven't spoken yet.
Oh, because I don't know going to say something like
a bit and so.
I know going to say something like I hear in your throat. So you just had to goggle water with some salt.
You see what I mean? So it's a good thing I protect myself in advance. Yes, indeed. Of course, a pleasant good morning to all and sundry, East, West, North, South, Central, our friends in Tobago, and wherever you are, streaming on the World Wide Web, a pleasant good day to you. Yes, Tobago, we want to hear from you. I understand there's a big day today, that particular bill that is before the Assembly, with respect, of course, to adjusting laws relating to skiing in Tobago and where it is designated to be, so as to save lives and limb, coming out or as a result of that unfortunate death recently of that 7-year-old, I believe it is, from Trinidad, having been vacationing in Tobago. Yes, indeed,
yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, but Lennox Smith, besides that, one person so far is charged. You heard what? They charged for 5 others are suspended, and while the ACP is on leave. So give me an idea, it's one person, the rest are officers.
Clearly the investigation has led to that result. We will see how it stands up in court in terms of the evidence, because the investigation continues, and therefore there appear to be some unfinished business, so to speak. Why I'm saying that, because Stoppers has still, I don't know if it was before that information broke or after, but the fact is that what is still on the cards is that Crime Stoppers has said that they are offering $100,000 for information leading to the person who caused the death of or murdered the corporal of the municipal corporation constabulary. So I'm a bit mixed there and confused. So I don't know if it's something that was done before, and now that has happened, if of course that offer is still on the table, so to speak. But go ahead.
Okay, because what I was wondering there is that, so if it's that, it means it's just he is a lone man and he had civilians with him then. Why other police officers not charged with him? Just wondering.
Well, there is some, well, he alone is charged so far. There has been some suspensions and of course the information is that there were about 4 persons on duty at that point in time, including of course the deceased. But we understand that the others were asleep, or at least one was not on duty at all. And of course, the ultimate price was paid by the head of. The ultimate price was paid by the head of that institution, so to speak, as the PS has confirmed that he suspended the head of the municipal constabulary in Trinidad and Tobago on the advice of a senior police officer, even though, of course, that person was not named. Was declined to name the person who gave the instructions.
So we know now Borough Police head really actually working for the borough, really actually working for the Ministry of Local Government.
We did establish that yesterday, that it is technically a kind of estate constable who would be deployed to secure the safety of burgesses within the boundaries of a particular regional corporation, whether it be Port of Spain, Arima, and of course all the others, including of course that of Laventon and Diego Martin, etc. Everybody has the capacity to have their own policing arrangement, but they act more like estate constables as opposed to, let's say, the national police that are responsible for any part of Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, all right. Well, somebody died yesterday, right? Because seeing it, murder toll going to 11. I'm in shock. I thought today about, oh my God, nobody died? Whoa! No, not one person died yesterday. I say I would have said that again today. But it looked like somebody died yesterday. Somebody get killed.
Yeah, yesterday when you said that, you sung more to me like the typical PNM upper echelons when they will tell you, well, nobody died today, suggesting, well, look, that is a major achievement and that will be sustained, only to find out that they spoke preemptively or too soon, and then of course it turned out to be spitting in the sky and falling in the faces, because of course the thing would have escalated. Well, at least when you spoke, at least one died. When they speak in such circumstance, you bet your bottom dollar is about a dozen or so, close to a dozen, may well lose their lives as a consequence of their blighted utterances.
All right. PMC cabinet reshuffle not on the cards. Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa has ruled out any intimate cabinet reshuffle, insisting her administration remains focused on delivering results after what she described as a strong first year in office. Why, doctors?
I see that statement as one of a very mature and accomplished strategic politician. Because, I mean, come on, you don't want to see that, yes, it is on the card now for people to get jitters. Come on. However, that does not undermine or obfuscate her integrity, because I see that we have the opposition leader now having to lick her wounds, so to speak, because she was very preemptive, saying, well, listen, the Prime Minister had to come out and speak, and that she is trivializing the deaths of the police officer, and at the same time that of the corpse that was supposed to be buried somewhere in Komoto. And here it is the Commissioner of Police is now confirming that it was an internal betrayal. But more than that, the fact that officer was charged for that crime shows that the Prime Minister had information at the time that nobody else would have had when she said that it was an internal betrayal on the recognition or the revelation that kind of action was taking place, unfortunately, at the municipal police establishment in San Fernando. And she is in agreement that the head of the establishment should have been suspended, and that is something long in coming.
All right. The PM unhappy with the state of TTMPS. She urged.
Yes, that's the Trinidad and Tobago Municipal Police. That's the same. Yeah, establishment. Yeah, TTMPS.
She agrees with moves to send ACP on leave pending probe into murder. All right, she's not happy.
Yeah, that's the same head, of the establishment. But I cannot overemphasize the preemptive nature that continues. It seems to be a modus operandi. It seems to be the methodology of this opposition. This PNM opposition, they seem to be very preemptive. They seem to be in a real sense. They seem to be in a real sense hoping that saying things and hoping that it will manifest itself, but it turns out always so far to be a figment of their very, very fertile imagination, because here it is once again we see a similar scenario as that of the radar. We see a similar scenario in terms of that warship that birthed in Port of Spain, and now of course we are seeing that the Prime Minister was correct when she said it was an internal, should I say, breakdown in relations as far as the police, the municipal police is concerned, and that has now been confirmed by the fact that police officer that was supposed to be on duty or connected to that particular entity turned out to be charged. In fact, on the instructions of the DPP. On the instructions of the DPP. So that is not, nobody could say it's a political ploy. The DPP has given that instruction.
Wow, the DPP get that instruction. Arima Mayor urges strong security after Corporal Eversley killing. But I thought Arima Mayor Penny Dem was going to get rid of him, and it had something to do with the former secretary of the PNM, Ford, wanted he head to how he still what going on there?
Well, that is part of the hesitancy of decision making, and probably the internecine division within the PNM at this point in time, because you would see that willy-nilly, helter-skelter, at any time anybody could call a press conference, including of course the former Prime Minister Dr. Rowley, who of course has the audacity, the temerity, the gall, and the effrontery to face the population and abuse the social media and the speed of information dissemination to express his concern about crime and murders in this country at this time. When we played him over and over, said that of course he has lost the battle, and of course concocted a variety of ways to try to buy time when in fact it turned out that the PNM had no answer, no response to crime and criminality, particularly murders, as he presided over successive record-breaking murders in Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice. And sometimes you go raise Lennox mic a little. We go, all right, on Talk City, they will be hearing him good. But if I hear him kind of in and out, online will be hearing him exactly how I hear him is how online will be hearing him. But radio will be hearing him as good as you hearing him. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I've tried distant, pushing the mic a little back. I tried bringing it closer. It seemed to be...
I hear you there now. But caller, first caller for the morning, and then we'll take a break. Morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox, Mikey, Nigel, and to everybody out there. Andy, I decided to call this morning because apparently our voice notes are getting lost. So, my first front burner issue. Lennox, I am not a physician, but a mother is a child's first physician, right? And I want to diagnose you this morning. You're not my child, but I'll diagnose you this morning. I think that sore throat is from trying to fight down the OPV propagandist Eric yesterday. Trying to explain to Eric, yes, trying to explain to Eric, because you see what Eric did yesterday. He came and he changed the whole narrative of the program. Right? He dropped the one with the statistics and then he jumped to something else, trying to distract you. But Lennox, you should have been more assertive, and I'd only mute him, cut him or something, so that Lennox could have been able to explain the statistic that is in this country. Because that is PNM propaganda, Lennox and Andy, right? That is their propaganda in every nook and cranny to come and change the narrative. They don't want to hear about the statistics because they hear the next one, right? The former, right? Coming to talk. This man have no shame, man. Coming to talk about the crime situation with this government, when that is a spillover from his government, because his crime plans will, who dead, right? We are not here to protect the citizens. That's the job of the police. And what? You have to make a choice of the man in your bedroom or some kind of nonsense like that. And you come in to criticize this government, let me tell you something. I think they should get some blocks for this man, right? Get some blocks for this man and let him sit down there, some Lego blocks. Some Lego blocks will do. And get this man busy because he's just wasting people's time and wasting his time. Either that or fix his meds, right? Because I don't know what is wrong with him. You coming to criticize this government when your government did nothing about crime? My next point, I want to know why up to now nobody has been charged for that child murder in Tobago with the jet ski, because that is a murder. That is a murder. I don't care what anybody say. That was a murder. Maybe they want to call it manslaughter. I don't care what they call it. But why that person's, why up to now we have not heard. We heard that they held him, right? And then they let him go. Is it because I asking a question, someone of his family, some police or something? I don't know. I am asking, right? Another issue I have this morning. I want to know what is wrong with some of these big men in this country. Anil make a remark to Akash about shout through the Andy, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. All of us.
Yeah, because I'm hearing music in the background. Yeah. All right. Anil tell Akash to shout through the bars and like a turnkey or whatever. The President Officers Association get offended with that. What was offended in calling them a turnkey? What was offensive in that? We have so many issues in this country, but apparently CNC 3/PNM 3 sails slow with them. So everything they're picking up now. Now the new one they're running with is the Estate Police, some man from the Estate Police Association, slamming Mrs. Pasal Bissessa because she did try to differentiate between the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the municipal police. Somebody please tell me, what did the lady say wrong? What did she say wrong? right? All they're coming out there. You see, they have nothing to do. Look at the condition of this country before they get together and try to solve the problems that are in this country. That is what all they're doing. The prison officers and so on. Like, I think all of them, I don't know, PNM party group, that suddenly all of them getting offended when people talking. And before I leave, I just want to say, you see, they criticize Mrs. Prasad Bissessar so much about Miss Barnett's appointment, right? Everybody come out, every boy and their brother and their sister and everybody, even Ralph Gonzalez. And you see now Dr. Holness came out in support of it, calling for the resignation of Dr. Barnett. You see? So when I want to tell these PNMites, Forrest said we only have 6 months in office when we reach the year. And every day, what this government go fall before the time up, this government go fall. Let me tell all you something. God put this government there because God saw what was going on in this country. He put them there to clean up the mess in this country. And they will not leave office before their time. So all you could click all your heels, all you could pray, all you could say what all you want, right? All you have 4 more years of this, right? So all you could do what all you want. Spread the propaganda, the lies, the half-truth, the innuendos in every nook and cranny. We are going to out it. Okay? Thanks, guys, for listening to me, and have a good one. Take care.
Thank you very much. We go for a quick break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, our doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union. Your future is safe with us.
This mic set up good? Because it's about to get low. Thursday, April 30th. Lock it in. I'm telling you, next 99.1, Carib, Digicel. We are getting ready to take over the borough. Yes, we're in 14 destination points. It's all about our signature event. Hey, Bad Lime! Guess what we heading? We heading points.
Expect big energy, live performances, and non-stop vibes with the full 99 family. The action kicks off at 7 p.m. Butch's Lounge.
Grab your crew, bring your flag, bring your energy.
The best part, it's free.
Enjoy exclusive drink specials on Carib, Campari, Magnum Tonic Wine, plus epic giveaways from the Digicel family.
For updates and more, follow us on socials at Next 99.1 FM. Pavement Lime Destination Point is powered by
Carib. When the borough comes alive, feel it. Digicel, the bigger, better network. And proudly sponsored by Stamina Energy, rise to the occasion. Blue Waters, life is better with Blue Waters. Campari, embrace the mix. Magnum, vibes for now, vibes for later. And of course, the new class, Next 99.1 FM, the next level of radio. Point, we coming!
Talk City 91.1. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before. A brand new era of talk radio is here.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
We are back. Time check, it's 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock. Yes, it's only 5 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Let me just play some of these things quick.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox. Morning, West Snipes. Morning, Ground Reporters. Good morning to each and every one of you in Trinidad and Tobago. All these children, and good morning. School children, good morning. All the streaming and the worldwide, I was say good morning. You know, it has been. We as the Ground Reporters always be informed and keeping it up to date. Hey Andy, I don't know if you can remember this guy they call Mervyn boy. Andy, the plumber in down by we here in Second Chase. Plum Drive side. I think that Justin and them uncle and thing now, boy. And if you might recall, them brothers and them from First Trace, you know, moving, you know, just after Lima somewhere down on this side here. Well, you know, he passed away Monday gone, and, you know, his funeral yesterday. I would have sent out my condolences to his family and extended family, you know. May God have mercy on his soul, may he rest in peace, you know. He was a good brother. He might die ways and things, was a good one. He was a strong one, you know. So, once again, my condolence goes out to his family, and, you know, may his soul rest in peace now, boy. Good stalwart, he passed and gone Monday gone, you know. And you know, I look on and listening, and I will jump back in next time, and loving you out.
Wow, I remember him. Oh boy, condolences to his family and friends. Oh boy.
Good morning, Andy. I would like to offer up my deepest condolences to the family of former UNC activist Mr. Don Sylvester, who sadly passed away. He was such a nice guy, and he helped build the UNC party in the Basdeo Panday era. May he rest in peace. I will also like to wish Prime Minister Kamala a happy, wonderful, and blessed birthday today. May she continue to have good health, strength, and prosperity as she navigates Trinidad and Tobago out of the choppy waters TNT finds itself in now. I'm well informed that the criminal mafia is trying to escalate their criminal activities in TNT. This is why you're seeing so much crime in the SOE. I'm calling on Prime Minister Kamala to issue a press conference and talk to the citizens on the way forward, because the people are fearful of what they are seeing and hearing every day. So please make sure and talk to your people, Prime Minister Kamala. Anyway, Andy, have yourself a great day, my friend, and let's all try and be safe out there today, people.
Good morning. As a rule, you never bring out the best in someone by condemning and criticizing or verbally beating a person down. You bring out the best by love. You bring it out by showing people that you care. Your friends, family members, or co-workers may do some things you don't like or that you find offensive. They may have some bad habits, but don't focus on their weaknesses. Find something they are doing right and encourage them for that. I am not saying that you just sweep things under the rug, but wait for the right time, an opportunity to deal with those negative actions or attitudes. First, you must build your relationship, gain the person's respect and trust, and you can do that by encouraging and challenging him or her to rise higher.
Thank you very much. Time check, it's a minute to the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. I must say a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you that are viewing us on Talk City YouTube and on Facebook. Not forgetting Real Media TT, Facebook and YouTube. Good morning to each and every one of you. We go for that TTT News and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. And don't forget, we have the Minister, Mr. Sobers, will be joining us in a little bit.
Good morning. This is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. An investment of more than $200 million is set to go toward the construction of a new hotel complex at South Park in San Fernando. Prime Minister Kamala Bissau has welcomed the development, describing the 120-room Hilton Garden Inn Hotel and Convention Center as a significant catalyst for job creation, economic expansion, and new opportunities. Construction is expected to begin within the next 60 days, a timeline the Prime Minister says signals a decisive move away from mere announcements toward tangible delivery. Director of Superior Hotels Limited, John Aboud, has expressed confidence that the construction of the 120-room Hilton Garden Inn Hotel and Convention Center will kickstart government's revitalization blueprint.
This milestone would not be possible without the active support and decisive action by various government ministries and agencies. Our interactions have been positive, advice has been instructive, and decisions prompt. In particular, We wish to express our gratitude to the Ministry of Planning, Economic Affairs and Development, and more particularly the Town and Country Division and the Environmental Management Authority.
He gave assurances that the consultancy team will be made up of entirely local professionals, helping to conserve foreign exchange. At the sword-turning ceremony, Prime Minister Kamla Bissau-Bissessa said the project reflects growing state-private sector collaboration and renewed investor confidence.
Mr. Aboud outlined the key elements. Construction is expected, you said, within 60 days, and we plan to hold you to that together with your team. It is a huge investment, $220 million.
The multi-million-dollar project is expected to be completed in 2 years. In more news, Trinidad and Tobago is officially moving away from a paper-based public service system with the launch of Verify TT. Rolled out by iGov TT through the Ministry of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence, the country's first digital verification platform gives citizens instant access to official records, eliminating paperwork and long waits at government offices. 2 MOUs were signed among the Ministry of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence, the Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs, and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Minister Dominic Smith said the platform is designed to better meet the evolving needs of citizens.
How do we meet it in a way that betters the lives of each and every citizen? I can say to you today that this government and this ministry puts people first. And we have seen the demand of the population, and we have seen the pain points that affect their daily lives. Solutions like Verify TT solve many of those problems that have been plaguing our society.
Minister of Tertiary Education and Skills Training, Professor Prakash Prasad, said the platform will replace manual verification with a secure digital system, giving students and graduates instant access to digital credentials through a digital wallet.
It allows them to have greater mobility, for the credentials can now be easily shared, both employers locally and abroad. So Verify TT represents a strategic step in modernizing how we issue, manage, and validate academic and skill-based credentials in Trinidad and Tobago. It is intended to be, Mr. Minister, the national standard here.
He said Verify TT will support key records ranging from birth, death, and marriage certificates to QR-coded land records, positioning the platform to modernize Trinidad and Tobago's digital public infrastructure from civil documentation to academic credentials. Moving to sport now, in a statement released on Wednesday afternoon, Cricket West Indies announced that Leeward Islands Hurricanes batsman Jeremiah Lewis is out of hospital after CT scans came back clear. Lewis was taken to hospital on Tuesday after taking a blow to the head in the Hurricanes' drawn West Indies Championship clash with the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, a match that was abandoned because of a dangerous pitch. The Hurricanes medical team, along with CWI, will monitor Lewis over the next 48 hours. He will then be reassessed before the team's next fixture on Sunday at the Antigua Recreation Ground. And that's what's making the news at this time. When we come back, it's hour number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
The Cabinet has approved the increase in the permissible age of importation of foreign-use right-hand drive private cars, that's sports utilities, SUVs, sedans, and station wagons, powered by gasoline, dieseline, or compressed natural gas, CNG, from 3 years to under 8 years, and under from the date of manufacture.
Music. Culture.
As Prime Minister Kamla Bissau-Bissessa has announced recently with our revitalization master plan, we are open for business. And a key area, a key focus of that master plan is, of course, the energy sector and the energy hub. And we will be open for business, not only for Nutrien, but for all other players that wish to discuss their investment portfolio with us.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
PSCU's 60th Anniversary Vehicle Mortgage Expo 2026. Unlock your doors to your home. Drive your dream car. On Friday, 24th April, meet up in Tobago, Milford Road, Esplanade, Scarborough, between the hours of 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturday, 16th May, meet up at C3 Courtyard in San Fernando, between the hours of 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Get on the spot pre-approval. One lucky winner can win a hamper. 100% financing is available. 2 forms of valid photo ID, recent job letter, 3 months, recent payslip, proof of address, vehicle insurance quotation. Remember, conditions apply. Visit our branches at Port of Spain, 24 Shackville Street, or you can call 612-7884. That's 612-7884. San Fernando, 8 Naparima Mayaro Road, Arima, 16 Cocorite Road, and Tobago, TLH Building in Scarborough.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicles to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact Tech's area offices to ensure there are no underground conductors and cables before digging. At Tech, safety is our priority. Tech, the power to make it work.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens. Because your world can't wait. Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
I would think that they've been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy. We are back. Time check. It's 9 minutes. Yes, 9 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. You're listening to the Gong Report. You're truly the pitbull of radio. Lennox Smith. Director Snipes in studio. Lennox, what's on the next front burner? What else we have on the front burner? Well, I know when it comes to the geopolitics, that Iran was to go back into negotiations. America hold on doing that because what the news that are coming in is that the the paramilitary that they have there, that them have the 3 negotiators that went to negotiate, that them on the house arrest with the LSS, boy. They look like them want to take over the civilian government.
Yeah.
They madness.
Yes. Yeah, the Revolutionary Guard, they call themselves. So it's headless chicken.
They say, they go back and negotiate there.
Vying for authority, yeah. And if they are that militant, if they are that aggressive, it means that therefore, you remember I've always mentioned that if it is that an imam tell me to strap myself with a bomb vest and go and blow up some people, in essence, I will have to tell him, do it first. I am loyal, because to get 7 virgin on the next side, I assume that he would want it as well. So I suspect what is happening there is that these persons these militants, they are prepared to sacrifice the entire country.
But that is what they're doing there.
For their personal agenda that clearly will not benefit anyone and will generate the demise of the country. So it may be.
I believe Trump and them have to go full throttle now, you know, because the CN where the parliamentarian, the head of the parliament, the scene where the president of Iran, and the scene where the foreign minister, because you notice you ain't seen him again on no interviews. The foreign minister.
There's no compromising again. There is no attempting to be as humane as possible because the damage is going to be comprehensive. But you cannot have that kind of radicalism, controlling and having the ambition to have nuclear weapons. I think that is what the West is most fearful about. And those satellite countries that comprise the Middle East and the Arab states.
You see, but what it is I'm sure they're watching, and what Donald Trump and America have to watch is that at least the civilian government, which is the foreign affairs minister, the head of the parliament, and the president, they still want to negotiate, want to talk, however it goes. So I don't think Trump now is supposed to go at, let me say, the bridges and the waterways, however it go, because I want to believe the Iranian people will be focusing and thinking just as the civilian government there, although they are part of the radicalism, but now having to deal with the full-blown, hey, kill yourself and again 10 virgins up there. That is very dangerous. If them have a nuclear bomb, them gonna kill everybody.
Well, you see, in the context domestically, they control the arms as well. And once they have that at their disposal, it means that they can wield and have their pernicious ways. So there must be drastic action taken because they don't mind ending up controlling the population in that way, kill everybody because it's 40-something thousand they kill just because they probably had in internet or they communicated in ways that they didn't like. Or in other words, they came out and marched.
Sound clear, no? But Polly Michael tell you a little bit. Oh, Snipes, raise it that we try that now. You raise Lennox Michael a little bit.
And for that, let me try again.
Lennox, back away from the mic a little bit.
Yeah, back away a little bit. Yeah.
I'll try that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So what has happened as a result of that kind of militant behavior, that kind of bellicose and aggressive stance, you have to go all the way because people like that see nothing more than total dominance of the folly of their ways in terms of countering that, and there's no other way. I can't see that being resolved amicably or with any kind of decision. You notice they went and they actually threatened some tankers in the streets. And of course, that could only have been done by those radical elements. So they have to put some boots on the ground as well in order to weed out those elements. So that's another option rather than blowing up all of those utilities and bridges notwithstanding. So it's a complex thing for the United States, but the matter has to be resolved one way or another. Has to be resolved. All right. I want to tell Miss Santa Cruz, don't be too perturbed. I love her analysis and her diagnostic assessment of the situation yesterday. But I want to tell her that we are seasoned campaigners, so it was not by accident Andy came in to say, well, you're looking to try to take over the program. But in addition to that, of course, I would have carried him to a point where he would have fell on his own dagger. So you notice he kept moving the goalpost, but I kept coming after him and he scored nothing. Largely because how could you say that you have a difference between statistics and numbers? So when I asked the question, well, if you're saying statistics is superior, how you arrive at that? You must have numbers, and therefore the answer would have been obvious. So notice he shifted the goalpost. So don't be too perturbed, and that is not as a consequence as a consequence of that, it does not mean that my larynx or my voice box would have had a challenge this morning. No, it had nothing to do with that. These fellas are neophyte in my book, and we are too schooled and too wily a team to be fazed by, of course, interjections like that.
Before we go for the, before I take some voice notes, let's go to the mark of the day. I know all
yes,
your win.
Indeed.
All your win yesterday, boy. I sure see one of the marks there yesterday.
All right. I hope it's not an illusion.
Let us know what was the marks.
We'll find out.
Yesterday, what was yesterday's
an illusion.
picks? And what was the marks came before we get them to give us today's marks of the day. Go ahead, Snipes.
He's preparing.
Let me say pleasant good morning to the hundreds of you that are locked on Talk City. Yes, YouTube on Talk City. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you that are locked on.
Okay, so yesterday's picks, right here on the ground report, we had 22 Rat, 12 King, 26 Fowl, and 19 Horse. Andy's capiche yesterday was number 14, as we continue to mine the number 14. So at 10:30 Wednesday 22nd, we had winning number 13.
Right.
At 1 p.m., we had the winning number 33. At 4 p.m., we had winning number 12.
All right, we get 12.
And at 7 p.m., we had winning number 4.
Boy, you know, long remember we was running on that 4 at that point. Dead man. You see who mind that 4 get through. Well, they should have mind that 4 and not the 14, you know. I know the man with a trick already. Man playing on how they running on the 14. Not knowing we they done already come up with the 4.
I wonder when they will get us 14, boy. Your money will run out by the time.
No, let me tell them when we playing that 14. You see Sunday? Sunday we playing that 14 because plenty of them machine them display they don't want to open. That when the dog, remember when we was running down the dog that come this Sunday. It had the marks where we just run down and trying to mark that it's come. So Sunday, we going at that 14 Sunday earlier. My capit's telling me, Sunday, that 14
Sunday.
going and play.
So tell me why 4 come instead of 14 now.
Because the man showing me, well, hey, look at killing all here, all they dead. Can you run long the 14? All they dead. My 4 is dead man, you know.
And next man might well say, well, you know, the 4 come behind and it was looking, so you had a right to see it.
No, but here what next man tell me. But Andy only had the mark. 14 is 14. All you had was to do is move the 1. Not like Lennox cut off the 2.
But I say, and next man would say that the 4 behind and it was looking all the time. You had a right to find it.
Well, if you followed us yesterday, you would definitely have some money in your pocket because
I just want to be the marks.
We did get the 12.
You get the 12. All right, okay, people. So, but for those of you who were that fortunate, of course, and in association with the company that loves to give money, courtesy, of course, NLCB. This mark of today is courtesy NLCB. We take your mark now, and what's your pick for today?
Bang, bang, bang.
You can give your numbers on your side, Andy.
All right.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
So come on, Trinidad and Tobago. Come on, 4 people. 1 mark. 1 cap each. Courtesy the company that loves to give money. Yesterday, you all made. Only put money in people's pocket yesterday. The 12 came. What's your mark for this morning? Take it. Morning caller.
Andy, good morning. Morning, operator. UV. Andy,
yeah.
You hear me? Andy, the mark today 25.
Why 25? And let us know what is 25. Why 25? Right, but don't go yet. Why 25? And what is 25?
25 in Morocco. I love 25. I dream the machine make 25.
Right. So it's 25 because you dream where dream. That make.
Because when I call you last year, I give you 20. It come in the night.
Oh, it come in the night.
It come in the night. Yeah, it come in the night. So Andy,
so how your dream went? How that dream went that make you pick 25?
I dreaming that somebody tell me I can say the machine play. They tell me 25.
What? So you
25.
So you dream the machine. You dream somebody
25.
telling you, you asking
25.
somebody what the machine play, and the person telling you the machine play 25.
25.
You dream that so clear, boy. All right. All right. What some people is get clear dreams sober people telling them, hey, look, the machine play 25, yes? Wow. Either when I dream, I just dream some kind of, either if somebody sick or thinks, so you know, well, hey, that person sick, so you have to say, well, sick, man. He dream, the person tell he, the machine play 25. That is a straight dream, boy.
Well, I noticed this one is saying a machine. Others will say the man.
Yeah. So that 25 might come, boy, Olio. That might come. But I think that thing come for a while, you know.
Let's take another one. Good morning. What's your pick for the day?
Morning. I stick to 14. I ain't care. Going down die hard with it.
You're going down die hard with 14.
Why they play 4 yesterday, partner? So why you stick with the 14? He gone?
Because today is my birthday and I flipped the 14. So turning 41 is 14.
Oh, you move smart. If we did only cut off the one yesterday on the 40, out of the 14, we'd get 4. So you'd end up with 2 marks, we'd end up with the 4 and the 12.
So it couldn't hide. It couldn't hide behind the one.
Yesterday, 33.
All right. So 33 was our money too. So what you do is, well, who's smart will know to play the 33 too because 33 and 14 is money. But what you doing now is today is your birthday.
35 is money too.
Oh, so today you're turning 41, and what you're doing is you're flipping it to 14.
Yeah.
All right, so you're moving the 1 in front of the 4 and putting it in the back. Okay. What, boy? That man, this how we doing all kind of thing, you know.
I'm telling you, and I mean, and in this case, instead of growing older, the man growing younger.
Boise Macano, a pleasant good morning to you, Boise Macano. Come on, all here. 2 more calls. 2 more calls. Well, I can't pick that 14. Somebody pick it. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, of course, your pick for the day. Good to see NLCB, the company that. You have one? Okay.
Hello.
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Yeah, 32, boy.
Why 32? Tell us.
Yeah.
Why 32? Tell us, caller, tell us. Why 32? Why you pick 32? 32, I think, is what?
Shrimp. Yeah, shrimps, yeah.
Oh, God, so the caller like he didn't want to tell me why. All right, let me take one here now. So he said 32.
But maybe
next one, go ahead, caller.
Could do it for him. He went in
Andy Williams, good morning to you. Lennox Smith, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
And Nigel Snipe, good morning to you.
But you win the
Andy
king.
Williams, my mark.
You win the king yesterday.
Nah, I win the king. I win the king. I win the 4.
Oh.
Why ask me that for? Why does ask me that for? Why they do that?
Because if you win the thing from week up each, I was saying, well, you played for 100 and at least you'll give me 100.
But Andy Williams, if we have to take your cap each, if we have to take Andy Williams cap each, we run broken because a little while now me here your cap each player.
No, my cap each just sleep and come the next day. Or 2 days
well,
after.
You just have to mind that.
You have to mind it.
You just have to mind that.
Yeah.
That's more expensive than minding a child.
Man, where's your mark now? Where's your mark, yes,
31.
Why
31?
Why 31? Why 31?
Oh gosh, when I see them nice Indian woman this morning, just tell them morning now.
But where's 31? Where's 31?
In Indian woman.
Oh, 31 is Indian woman?
Fast and wife.
Yes.
Yeah, just be generous and nice and say good morning, 31.
Yeah, I don't know why he's saying that, boy.
Yeah. When you notice Andy, he would not have been talking up your alley.
Yeah.
Because he didn't mention anything about Spanish, you notice that, and then men like Spanish according to you.
Yeah, they like Spanish. That'll behave themselves. Nice. One more mark now, you all. So far what we have, Director Snipes?
So far, we have 25 Morocco, 14 money, 32 shrimp, and 31 parson wife.
How much? Like 4?
Yeah, so we just looking for your capiche now. That's the one more.
But boy, let me see this voice note here. Let me see if somebody send a voice note to say what mark they one day. Let me see.
Andy, Lennox, morning. You know that freeway thing, boy, you could never win.
Oh God, no. Me what you at all. Well, people went yesterday. So here it is. The 14 done play so. You can't interfere with my jumbie boy. Thank you, NLCB. Because so far, you have put a lot of money in my pocket. Because I have been mining, playing, and gaining. Which means I'm earning. Just like a lot of other people.
And there are some people who want with 1 mark to empty the people treasury.
Yes. Let me go with this one caller here. Let me see. What you like,
Andy,
Mila? What you like?
morning. Well, I sit down watching TV yesterday and a little scorpion was walking up my foot. So I don't know what's the number for scorpion. So,
Where's scorpion all here?
Scorpion. Is that, let me see.
I know it's centipede. I don't know it's scorpion.
Where's centipede?
Centipede is
one.
One. Yeah. One, yeah.
One boy, if you look.
Yeah, so.
So we could use that. That is a good substitute.
Yeah. We go.
Yeah, because I feel this little thing walking up my foot, and when I dust it out, it's a little scorpion. Thank God it didn't bite me or anything like that. Yeah.
So centipede. All right.
I feeling
one.
I go dead because scorpion if it bite you, that dies.
Listening on.
So the folk could come back to you know. A scorpion sting me. I feeling I go dead. Darling, if you love me, come lie down and put some medicine on my head. Oh boy. Caller, go ahead, morning.
Bite you on your foot.
Morning,
all right.
Andy.
Granny, morning. What is your mark? Because we had to close off this segment, take a break.
This is Granny. Granny don't know about math, but listen this. Yesterday.
No, we can't take it now. So thanks so much. Let's go ahead, Snipes. Tell us what's the marks.
You didn't give us some.
You ain't confirm which one you're settling with.
I go settle with the one.
All right, one. Centipede.
One in play long time, you know. You know long mean you one? Well, let me think about it. One is like 14. Check them box and them. Tell me about only seen that one. The chop off the one yesterday on the 14. The Garrett 8. So now they got to bring back the one by itself. Because they bring the 4.
Right,
when they take away the 1. So that you can't take away a 1 and then bring it back. Because then the balls will be short of the number 1. So that'll put back the number 1 today.
Right. I see where you're coming from.
Actually, right?
Yeah, that man real feely bright boy.
Yeah, that's so you go put back that 1, but you take it away.
Yeah, you gotta bring it back because he bring the 4 because it was hiding behind the 1.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Yeah, so today you go bring back the 1. Yeah.
That one play would have been April 6th.
Like real far boy. 1.
So 1.
Yeah, so 1.
Okay.
So Chantabego, right. That's it for today. Brought to you by NLCB, the company that loves to give money. So we're going to do is take a break and come back. When we come back, what's on your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? I'm going to play your voice notes and we take your contributions. We'll be back.
This Mother's Day, let Mom's world be the focus with 30% off Apex Transitions lenses on complete eyewear. Because her day doesn't slow down and her eyes are constantly adjusting. That's why at Value Optical, we don't guess, we assess. Expert care, precision digital lenses designed for real life. Her world in focus with flexible payment options from CredIQ. Conditions apply. Offer available until May 10th. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, our doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union. Your future is safe with us.
Your news anytime, anywhere. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
Honoring the beauty of Indian heritage, TTT invites you to immerse yourself in Desi May as we mark Indian Arrival Month with color, music, and magic of Indian cinema. Throughout May, enjoy your favorite Bollywood hits and timeless classics, from iconic blockbusters to treasured favorites, bringing the heart of India straight to your screen. Tune in every Saturday at 8:35 p.m. and every Sunday from 4 p.m. to experience rich traditions, captivating stories, and unforgettable characters that continue to inspire generations. Plus, watch, text, and get rewarded for our exciting viewer promotion. Desi May, celebrating Indian Arrival Month, exclusively on TTT.
Before the sun, before the road, the talk starts here. Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked! This is Destra. Right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Destra, you like to get me weekend. When you said this is Destra, keep it locked. My fingers is freeze up on that button, boy. I don't know. But time check. It's at 33 minutes past your 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. You are also, let me say, welcome to each and every one of you that are locked on to us on Talk City 91.1 FM on YouTube and on Facebook. And for those of you that lock on to us on Real Media TT on Facebook and on YouTube. So 2 platforms. One big show between the hours of 6 and 9 a.m.
Don't forget about joining us in a little bit, of course, is the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign and Curriculum Affairs, Honorable Sean Subers, who, of course, will join us momentarily. So look forward to that. It may have some, what I consider to be very interesting responses we expect, having regard to the exposure that he would have been subjected to in just 1 year time, as far as that ministry is concerned. Quite a lot he would have been exposed to, and some of which I hope he may or may not have been prepared for. But we will find out when he gets here physically. He seemed to have a broad shoulder as well. So let's see how that pans out. Yes, we have some voice notes.
Thing happened yesterday. I doing some work and a black cat appear. Boy, we don't have no cat wrong by we, so I don't know where this cat come from. So I don't know where that could play for.
You had to play black. You had to play cat. So I don't know.
Maybe he could play rat. Snipes at 13. How's cat? What? 30. 30. But I seen rat as well, so me know the cat might have been there to catch the rat. 22.
All right.
There's some voice notes so that we can play in the meantime, or
I'll play.
Or the lines are open.
The lines are open. Come on, so the callers, you all make your call. Your granny, you could call back now and give a contribution, because I think I play out all the voice notes already for the morning.
No, great.
So go ahead,
That's
caller.
just lovely.
Yeah, Granny, where you going? I'm going to give the numbers because a lot of new people are locked on. You can call us at 622-4911, 622-4911, or 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. You can WhatsApp us, your voice note. We'll send your WhatsApp voice message at 394-4911, 394-4911, or 366-3053. 366-3053. This is all of you that are locked on. A pleasant good morning, Nigel Black, all of you. So come on, we're taking your calls,
Yes, indeed. And from, of course, Talk City side, 622-4911, 622-4911, Talk City, yes. And, of course, you can send us a WhatsApp as well at 394-4911, 394-4911. So all of that for your convenience so that we can interact with a high degree of efficiency.
Morning again, Andy. I want to tell Mr. Nunez, sometimes you should go in the hardware and buy a stainless steel weatherproof lock for your mouth. You don't know anything that happens in San Fernando. Andy and Lennox, what is your views of a government allowing a PTSC hub, one of the major hubs in the country, San Fernando, to be cancelling buses to Superior, Faizabad, Princestown, Guayari, and most importantly, Port of Spain, and only sending the buses to UE. They cancelling the routes in San Fernando, Mr. Nunez, who doesn't know anything, to get buses to UE. I never one day asked PTSC to close down UE route, you know. All I'm just saying is, you are neglecting the other routes in the terminal and showing favoritism and bias to one group of people. Regardless of what, right? It is Manning who purchased most of those buses in San Fernando, and that was for the public. He didn't buy anything for UE, you know. It's when this administration came into power the first time, they started having this UE route and buses being contracted to UE, and they're not sending buses to Port of Spain. Very often from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., sometimes 2 o'clock in the afternoon, on Mondays to Fridays, the back of the terminal in San Fernando is filled with buses. Sometimes you're seeing over about 20 buses in the back there. And they're keeping everything there. They're not sending buses anywhere. And they're keeping the buses for UE. They're taking out what have to go UE. And if a bus remains, then they might send it somewhere else. But it's hardly ever. You cannot be parking up buses behind the terminal, holding everybody back. People have to go to work, they have to go to the hospital, they have to go to clinic, and you're sending things to UE. And PTSC does nothing about it. And I keep saying the same thing over and over again. That is wickedness. People need to go to work. They cannot afford to take taxis because the road's bad and the drivers increasing their fines. And then when you're driving your car now, a light bulb, if a light bulb blew, $2,000 you have to pay for that. Why? So Mr. Nunez, sometimes you come across as an ignoramus who don't know anything. Just zip it, right? If I have a child going UE, if I have a cousin going UE, if I have a nephew going UE, it's not my concern. Neither it is yours. The important thing is, the terminal in San Fernando is a UE terminal. 20 people stop taking buses in San Fernando because everything going to UE, they don't care about nobody else, and that is the problem. The dispatchers that is there, they don't do their work, they only see about UE. Gosh, big buses, you know, sometimes 4 big buses going to UE, one behind the other, and each bus have 1 or 2 people on it. And you're not saying nothing to Port of Spain. Anyhow, people on the transportation chats bad talking, you all know. Alright, I don't talk. They're complaining and complaining. Right? They're going to sign a petition to ask for the Minister of Transport to be removed. And it's people from Erie, Siparia, Davie, Pinal, places on that side complaining, eh? Not so much San Fernando. So I just informing you, Mr. Nunez.
Thank you very much. So Trinidad and Tobago, the moment that you all have been waiting for, the Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, the Honorable Sean Sobers, because the ground report had some serious questions to ask him, man. What's going on in CARICOM? We see now a lot of people, well, they started getting support with calling for the head of the CARICOM Secretariat. Yeah. To the pitbull, to many people, this thing really looking funny when it coming to the whole of CARICOM itself. But Mr. Sobers is a diplomat. He's a diplomat. And then we want to know what's our relationship. Yeah, we also want to know what is our relationship, Trinidad and Tobago, when it comes to Venezuela. Because we see Del C gone Grenada. And when asked, but Trinidad is closer. She said, no, I'm going there for now. So we don't know. But I'll leave that to my co-host, Lennox Smith, that I in studio, but I'm watching the minister right here. It is looking as usual, as a minister. Minister President, good morning to you. Yeah, sharp. Good morning. Yes, man, morning to you.
Well, of course, Minister, welcome to the studios of Talk City 91.1. So I want to say that first time for the year so far. I'm sure it will not be the first time, the first one, so to speak. But of course, we want to get straight to the crux of the matter. We have, of course, the situation with CARICOM, and I'm leaving you, of course, to choose which one you want to start with. Of course, the situation, as my colleague said, with respect to the Trinidad Venezuelan relations, of course, persona non grata notwithstanding, and then, of course, the situation. You may or may not have some responsibility there, but certainly there would be some agreements with the United States, and of course that armada that came here, and of course as a consequence extracted, of course, the former, I should say, head of Venezuela, talking about Maduro. So you can start where you wish, but at the end of it all, I would want to find out from you what are the biggest challenge that you would have had, and were there things that you never expected in this portfolio?
That's a good question.
That you had to address? So it's quite a mouthful, but I want to make optimum use of you.
Well, because
now that we have you, finally, yes.
He grown, he real grown. I say, well, boy, look at that. He have big portfolio there to handle it, boy. What?
Yeah.
What? Nice.
Thank you for the questions. Yeah, there has been a lot that has
definitely
come to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I think for most ministries of foreign affairs throughout the world, they are usually hinged to the hip of the head of state or head of government, as the case may be. We are an extension, essentially, of what they would want us, or what the Prime Minister or President of the country would want done, for the country. In our case, we were immediately faced with a number of issues.
Right.
One of them was, and still is, transnational crime, which exists in the Southern Caribbean. We have the trafficking of guns, the trafficking of people, the trafficking of narcotics. And so there needed to be a deliberate, strategic, strong response to those problems that we face, and the Prime Minister adopted a position, and that is the position that the government took, and the cabinet and the government fully supported the Prime Minister behind that. In terms of one of these statements that you made with respect to what took place on January 3rd, we made it abundantly clear Trinidad and Tobago played no part at all in those events. We maintain that. There's no evidence contrary to that. And there will be none, because we really did not play a part.
Right. All. Good. So that is clear. The population is now fully aware, coming from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Yes.
Go ahead.
In terms of our current relations, and I said it earlier on today, we've never broken diplomatic relations with Venezuela.
Okay.
We've always maintained an embassy in Caracas. and the Venezuela and the Bolivian Republic of Venezuela always maintained their embassy open here in Trinidad and Tobago. We've had a close relationship with the Venezuelan ambassador Alvaro. He's a personal friend of mine. And the relationship with our diplomats in Venezuela has always been strong. They've been treated with respect. They've never been disrespected at all. I've never had any cause for concern for them across there. And in terms of moving forward, we want to strengthen and grow that relationship.
Good.
Friends have differences from time to time, which is what I suspect would have taken place last year. But now, in terms of rebuilding that friendship, that is the focus between both our countries. We have a lot that we can do together. Venezuela has a population of about 30-something odd million people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trade that can happen between Venezuela and Trinidad and Tobago. We have a lot of energy, which is what I think a lot of people are most interested in. A lot of energy projects with Venezuela as it pertains to natural gas, several different fields to be dealt with by Shell and BP, Lauren Manatee, Mannequin Cocaina, Dragon, and some others as well too that we're exploring. And I think that is where our focus is
would be.
In terms of the, we do recognize Ms. Rodriguez as the interim president of Venezuela. We pay her respects. I think she's a commercially savvy individual, and I think she's doing well. Very well at the end.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because there is a lot of public, let's say, note of that delegation that was supposed to emanate from Trinidad to, of course, visit Venezuela. And then recently, I see the Prime Minister has endorsed it. Shell and Chevron have, of course, had some what is called in the industry some asset swapping, where one would focus on gas, whilst the other one focus on oil, and it's of course connected to both Venezuela and Guyana. What is the status in terms of that? Because there are some mischief makers that would suggest that because there is a delay, the announcement was made, a delay has been announced as well, that the fracture, the perceived fracture, seemed to be the reason why the delay.
No, there's no delay. You don't just pick up today and go to another country and have a diplomatic mission. You have an agenda that has to be worked out. You have to re-engineer essentially what you intend to do. And that's what we're doing right now with our Venezuelan counterparts. We're having discussions with them. I am supposed to meet with the Venezuelan ambassador tomorrow. Tomorrow being Friday. And discussions are continuing. So it's not a delay at all. It's just that we are a very serious government, a very serious administration, very serious prime minister. So we want to make sure when we go across there, we tick all the correct boxes, not only for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, but for the people of Venezuela as well too. And that is essentially what is taking place right now. Yeah.
With respect, of course, to CARICOM relations, of course, there has been some, what I consider to be, for want of a better term, animosity because of maybe based on the concept that it should be, the region that is, it should be, of course, a zone of peace. And that very concept itself seemed to be at variance depending on who you speak to or you are speaking to. Has that been rectified or reconciled, or is it a work in progress to find a common position as far as CARICOM's foreign policy as a region is concerned?
I want to echo the statements of the Prime Minister insofar as, number one, to put a lot of the Caribbean Trinbagonians, our manufacturing association here, at ease. Trinidad and Tobago has no intention of leaving CARICOM. The Prime Minister has made that abundantly clear. So that is on the record by the Prime Minister. What Trinidad and Tobago has said is that we don't believe that CARICOM is running efficiently.
Right.
And we think that there needs to be some changes at the level of the Secretariat to ensure that the region runs efficiently so it can benefit not only Trinidad and Tobago, but all members of CARICOM and all Caribbean people that are members of CARICOM. And so, in terms of our relations with CARICOM, that is where we have a bit of a divergence.
I see.
And that is where we've been indicating that, listen, you need to produce and do these things that we think will make the CARICOM as a whole more efficient, fit to operate optimally, best standard. And I think a lot of that has been missing for quite some time. And I think many Caribbean leaders are in agreement with us that that is something that should be looked at and focused upon. In terms of the issue with respect to the zone of peace, our position is that the Caribbean region cannot be called a zone of peace. We've said that publicly, not only at CARICOM meetings, we've said it at the UN, we've said it at CELAC as well too, we've said it at the ACS, we've said it at every single multilateral agency we've been to. And the reason we've said that is because we've been riddled with crime for a number of years. We can't consider ourselves a zone of peace when in Trinidad and Tobago we are disproportionately affected by crime and criminality. Some countries are so affected that they, with all due respect to them, they raise their arms when they have 40-something murders for the year.
Yeah.
There had been instances
That's
under the previous administration, overwhelming for them.
Yeah.
And I understand that. And my heart goes out for them. But there have been instances under the PNM's administration that we've had 40-something murders per month.
Yes.
Right? 600 and something murders for the year.
Consecutively, yes.
We've had instances where persons have used automatic rifles and killed children on playgrounds. Those things don't exist in other Caribbean islands.
Right.
And because we've had that wave of violence and criminality to deal with, you can't pussyfoot around the issue. You need to deal with it directly. And that is the position of the Honorable Prime Minister and of this government and this cabinet. And it is based upon that we want to get to a place where we can say
a zone of peace.
It's a zone of peace.
In reality.
In reality.
It is said that, of course, all politics is domestic. And having said that, I think the former Foreign Affairs Minister, Amy Brown, was very critical of the speech or the address of the Honorable Prime Minister when she had the opportunity to address CARICOM in St. Kitts. And one of the things that he mentioned is that, which of course we have disputed. Andy, if you could get that clip ready, it will be nice, because he was claiming that she did not address. I don't know why he said that, but she did not address the Secretary General, Ms. Barnett. And he was making a heavy weather of that. Of course, we said that it was impossible for anybody who is addressing that forum not to have addressed her in terms of the opening salvo or salutations. However, what we noted, and that is the clip I'm asking Andy to get, is that when she was identifying, Barnett was identifying the recently elected prime ministers who attended that. Our prime minister didn't get a chance to be in CARICOM in the previous meeting, but certainly for the first time. She started, of course, with commending the newly elected minister in Suriname, a woman, and it was we took note of the date. It was in May, but our prime minister was elected in April. The April before, which was 1 month, but she never mentioned our prime minister in her addressing those newly and welcoming, of course, those newly elected prime ministers. Some re-elected, but the fact is, it was a new term for them.
Yeah, well, I take or put little stock in anything that former Minister Amy Brown says.
All right.
I think when Minister Alexander was blowing into the bag, apart from former Minister Gonzalez, he was also referring to former Minister Brown as well.
I see.
Right? Minister Brown spent more time as a Minister of Foreign Affairs on a plane than he did in terms of advancing Trinidad and Tobago policies throughout the region and throughout the world. And when I entered the ministry and I looked at tethering KPIs to every single agency within the ministry, not because it reflected on the public servants, but because it reflected on the leadership at the point in time.
Yes.
It was poor. There was a lot of inertia and energy and that exists in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The public servants are stellar, but there was no proper leadership. So Minister Brown was a failure as a Minister of Foreign Affairs. He continues to be a failure in the Senate. Unfortunately, I thought he would have been in the Senate for the piloting of the APIS legislation that I did in the Senate on Tuesday, but he was not.
But he wasn't.
And a lot of the reasons why that legislation had to be passed was because of his failure as a Minister of Foreign Affairs.
And he might have been confronted with that, obviously.
Well,
no opportunity would have lost.
The thing is, members on his bench actually indicated publicly that, listen, we at the British High Commission, we did all that we could have done on our part to try to stave off this visa implementation system. And we forwarded all correspondences to Capital, and essentially Capital did nothing about it. Capital being the Minister of Foreign Affairs at the point in time, which was Amy Brown.
Yes.
So I would have really liked that he was there to take that on his chest, right? But listen, at the end of the day, our position remains the same. We want to see a better CARICOM for all the people within the Caribbean. Our Prime Minister is a regionalist, unlike or unbeknownst to what people may know, or unlike what they may say. She's a regionalist. Our Prime Minister was educated.
But I will want the Minister just to speak one pin because we're coming up to the top of the hour there. And my big question is where everybody's saying out there, all grassroots, that they talk all over when it coming to the right side of things. Do you believe that Trinidad and Kamala Prasad Bisesa, the Honorable Prime Minister, choose the right side when it coming to Donald Trump America and Trinidad and Tobago, and what it is benefits? If it could just, so in that way it will clear a lot of people's minds. All in maxis, the taxis, the PH vehicles, all of you that are listening. They say, well, hey, she on the wrong side.
That was one of the elephants in the room that I was coming to, but very good because you could say after the news, or you have to go.
I may have, yeah.
That's
answer that first.
We bite into somebody's news as well.
2 minutes,
so go ahead, yes.
Right. Okay, good. So within that time, yes, we are on the right side of things.
Right.
We would have definitely been on the wrong side of things had we put our support, and we didn't put our support because it's a quid pro quo situation.
Right.
We believe in terms of some of what we did. We believe that we were faced with a different breed of criminality. We believe that there's a difference between criminals motivated, and I said it before, by ideology versus criminals motivated by profit. And when you're dealing with criminals motivated by profit, they are totally more aggressive, totally more sophisticated. And little Trinidad and Tobago, as mighty as we may think we are, we could not have dealt with it in the way in which we did to reduce crime in the way in which we did it within our first year if we didn't have that assistance from the U.S., from President Donald Trump and his administration, and we make no apology about it.
In the other element in the room, of course, is the Secretary General himself. Please, Secretary, quickly, what's the position on that? Because we have to discuss. We had to come to give us a little more time next time. Yeah, but tell us, what's the final?
We've indicated publicly as well, too. We don't have a problem with the person. We have a problem with the process. And that's why we want to make CARICOM more efficient, because the process is bad.
Any parting words quickly?
To the people of Trinidad and Tobago, yesterday was the Prime Minister's birthday. We continue to wish her happy birthday, God's health, blessings and strength upon her. And Trinidad and Tobago, fear not, UNC is here.
And the 25th Saturday is coming.
Yes, on
Thursday. The legislation aims to modernize the management and enforcement of regulations in Tobago's marine protected areas. In the wake of a tragic incident earlier this month, the legislation is being fast-tracked. The Tobago House of Assembly's Chief Secretary, Father Augustine, has indicated that the legislation is not new.
To the House this morning
updating that bill because, of course, a few things have changed. The use of the marine park has evolved since that time. And so we are returning to the House where we are updating that piece of legislation and we're sending it to the Parliament thereafter.
The Chief Secretary indicated that he had engaged with Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessor and Attorney General John Jeremy and had been given the assurance that the bill will be included on the Parliament's legislative agenda.
This is the second time that the Tobago House of Assembly will be passing a bill of this nature. In November of 2020, we did in fact pass a bill of this nature, and at that time I was a minority assemblyman, and we unanimously, meaning all members of the House, including those of us who were in the minority at the time, supported the bill. The bill was sent down to Parliament, but it was never ever placed on the legislative agenda.
Mr. Augustine noted that the Tobago Marine Park Bill 2026 cannot take effect as national law without being passed by the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago and receiving presidential assent. In other news, reports of domestic violence has prompted a group of concerned citizens, spearheaded by Attorney at Law Prakash Ramadar, to launch a domestic violence hotline. Describing domestic violence as a societal issue which needs to be addressed, Prakash Ramadar, President of the Assembly of Southern Lawyers, Cyril Lakan, and clinical psychologist Dr. Valini Pundit have set up a new tool to help victims.
Since the last meeting we had over the weekend, we have already come up with a hotline, and I will announce that today, and Cyril will give us more details. 378-6421. You call that, whatever difficulty you have, someone is going to answer it, and they're going to guide you through as best as we could as to how to deal with those issues, of course.
Ms. Lakan said several members of her executive and several psychologists have volunteered their services.
So the hotline is a 24-hour hotline. It's going to be manned by volunteers, and it's open to both men and women. It's also open to children as well, where they can call, and if they would like to report an incident of domestic violence or speak to someone, it's just to have a listening ear. That's available. What is also available is we can direct persons who require legal help to volunteers as well.
Mr. Ramadar hopes that other civil society organizations extend their expertise to assist with the initiative. In sport, after missing out on qualification for the 2024 Olympic Games, Trinidad and Tobago national boxer Tiana Guy is set to take the next step on her road to qualify for the 2028 Los Angeles Games this August at the Central American and Caribbean Games held in the Dominican Republic. Guy, who is eyeing a podium finish, is one of 4 boxers who have qualified for the CAC Games, and she is expecting great things from the contingent.
First time since I am on the team, I have another female boxer with me, Angel George. So that is a historic moment in itself. We have 2 women going into CAC Games competing. We have an additional team, Abdul Taylor, he's really new. Caribbean champion, schoolboys champions. It's also a good indicator that some of the grassroots programs that was implemented years ago bringing fruition. So 4 athletes going to CAC Games, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
And that was your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. From all of us here, have a great day.
That was TDT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
Cabinet has approved the establishment of the regulatory framework for the registration and management of classic, antique, and vintage vehicles in Trinidad and Tobago.
Music.
Better days are coming. Better days are coming.
Culture.
We are now in a state where I can now proudly announce
that our gas production will increase by a significant amount given all the various projects that are now expected to come online.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City 91.1 FM.
The government's vision for a stronger, more supportive education system outlined in its manifesto that is now national policy is already taking shape through targeted actions in schools across our Twin Island. Over the past year, a key area of focus has been strengthening discipline and creating environments that support both teaching and learning. Minister of Education, Dr. The Honorable Michael Dowlack says, through the revision of the National Code of Conduct, the ministry has moved to protect instructional time, support teachers, and improve the overall learning environment across the country. According to Minister Dowlack, the decision to act was guided by clear national trends.
Between 2022 and 2025, over 22,000 suspensions were recorded nationally. Violence-related incidents, particular fights and assaults, showed an upward trajectory. In our highest-risk secondary schools, violence-related suspensions were consistently high. In 2023-24, there were 875. 2024-25, 738. And 2025-26, 776. Possession and use-related infractions, including drugs, weapons, and vaping products, also remain significant.
Minister of Education, Dr. The Honorable Michael Dowlack. Those figures underscore the need for decisive, system-wide action. The revised Code of Conduct reflects a more structured and modern approach to discipline, one that addresses not only traditional behavioral issues, but also emerging challenges such as bullying and digital risk. Importantly, the focus is not just on enforcement, but on creating stable, supportive classrooms where teaching and learning can take place without disruption. Minister of Education, Dr. The Honorable Michael Dowlack says the revised National Code of Conduct is a key step in strengthening the foundation for students' success. This has been Inside Education, a look at past achievements of this government.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, our doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Before the sun, before the road, the talk starts here. Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Andy Williams. The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
We are back. Time check. Yeah, it's 9 minutes past the hour, 9 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. You're also viewing us on Talk City 91.1 FM on Facebook, Talk City 91.1 FM on YouTube. And you can also get us as a backup on the Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. So don't forget that. Well, the conversation was great with the minister.
Yeah,
before we play some.
It was very expansive for a limited time, so we had to condense as much as we can. But I asked him after the interview whether or not it was a baptism of fire, and he said no. And I don't think on air he did say what was his greatest challenge. I think he didn't say it off air as well. So suggested that he was all prepared. I like how he was able to water down the perception of the former Foreign Affairs Minister of being some kind of foreign affairs guru when he said that he will pay him no mind, shows a certain amount of assertiveness, a certain amount of assurance, a certain amount that I know what I am doing and what the task is, having been handed that portfolio from or by the Honorable Prime Minister. And that to me is assurance.
Nice. So I get to some voice notes here before they come in and they start to correlate. They done saying we ain't playing their voice notes.
So
morning to the magnificent tree. Hey Papa, I see Rolly jump out with a distraction, boy. Don't get on nothing with Senator Bean and Alrari. The Rolly want you to go down a different road. You have to understand the system. They can't even answer. Everybody putting the left foot in their mouth. So it's not them fault. It's not Senator Bean. It's not Alrari. It's not Marvin. It's nobody else. It's the UNC what caused that to make these people them do that because them who trying to call them out. So them I do nothing wrong. That is the way they're thinking. But at the end of the day, boy, we have some real sycophant in the PNM supporters and them who is senators and members of parliament. We just have to live with it because these fellas and them, they're getting better, you know. They're just only getting worse. Right, brother man? And today, if I get through with all the, I like 3 today, although I get all the 12 yesterday. Just remember that. Okay, brothers.
Morning, nobody here. When Ms. Basabi Sessa came into office, I said that she had a lot in common with Donald Trump. What I meant by that is she met an adversarial system, right? That an adversarial and corrupt system that she is in the process of dismantling. Just like Donald Trump, he met an adversarial system, right? He called it the swamp, his system. I call it, our version of it here, the Hydra, meaning if you try to kill it, it will only grow stronger. That's what Mr. Sabisa is facing. And the linchpin to all of it is the press. They prop up stories to make the current government look bad in both cases, and they hide stories to make who they would want in office, right? In the US right now, they have 3 stories. Go Google SPLC. That stands for Southern Poverty Law Center. This was a body, an NGO that was claiming to fight racism, but in fact it was stoking it. But saying it was fighting, for example, the KKK, Ku Klux Klan. No, they were funding the Ku Klux Klan, meaning I will create a monster and then fight the monster in public. But you might wonder why do that? Well, money is part of it, but it was also to sow discord, right? Because a lot of countries would want to destroy the US. They can't do it from without, so they're going to do it from within. We have our version of that here. Another one is called Act Blue, which was the main funders for the Democrat Party. And it's turning out now, it's been realized now that foreign actors were the real funders in that. And they were using fake or even real people, but those people won't even realize their names. Because when you're donating to a political party in the US, you have to be identified. No, they were hiding their identities. And this is why Kamala Harris had about 2 or 3 times more funding than Donald Trump in the last election. No mind she lost. But it was a way for foreign countries to again sow discord and to have the president that they would want, that they could control. Think China, right? We had that here with Stuart Young. I've explained that to you all before. The PNM was captured by the Chinese Communist Party. And that's what explains Stuart Young. So there's a lot of common things between the 2 countries, and the press would manipulate people into believing that Ms. Basabi is the most corrupt government and Donald Trump is the most corrupt, and hide the fact that, again, don't believe me, go Google SPLC, go Google Act Blue. These are things that happening now, but they won't get in the press. That prove that no, the former government was the crooks, right?
Lennox, why you only go and ask a man, he go and work with Poser on Iowa bus or Penny bus. That man is too much of a buster, boy. Or you go disrespect Mr. Nunes. He could walk in that man's footstep. He only been cloned as a Mr. Porter Spain. Lennox, that fella is not Mr. Porter Spain clone.
Good morning, ground report. Whenever you see things are going on in a country, contrary things, as is happening in our country right now, think about what goes on in Haiti. And you will see, and you compare it, see our country has been sacrificed for this government to look bad. Thank you very much.
Hey, good morning, anyway, I watching them snakes, boy, them two snakes, because one of them looking real good. That phone is playing 27 now. So I'm watching these snakes.
Hey, let me say play a happy birthday to Mr. Gibbs. May you live to see many, many, many more. May God continue to bless you with health, strength, prosperity, and long life. A happy birthday to you, Mr. Gibbs. Let's continue. Nice. Well, I already played out all the voice. No. I have one more. Wow.
Nobody again. I'm glad Andy keeps bringing up the Iran situation because it is important. Because there are people here in Trinidad who would say, what I have to do with me? No, it has a lot to do with us. It has to do with the world in general. And yes, Iran, I've been saying it for a while, it's fractured. Right? There are many factions in Iran. The mullahs dominated that country for 47 years by suppressing all these different groups. Everything from religious groups, I mean, that was the home of Zoroastrianism, to the Islamic schism, Sunni Shia, to all these different ethnic groups. There are many ethnic groups, and they were all suppressed for a very long time. And you have three main things bubbling up right now. You have the Artesh, which is the regular Iranian army. You have the IRGC, which is the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. And then they have this group called the Basij. The Basij is the most extreme of extreme. These are the people that killed somewhere between 30 and 50,000 people in a 2-week period in January of this year. Meaning the protesters that came out, they had to kill them. And right now, the government, certainly the parliament and the speaker, is who's trying to negotiate. And the IRGC and the Basij ain't having it. But what everybody needs to recognize, and that's why sometimes it's hard to let the driver drive. This was deliberate. Donald Trump did it this way deliberately because the Americans understand exactly the mix that they're dealing with in Iran, right? And you had to create the kind of, you had to bring the world to the point, just like you all kind of came to the point this morning on your own. You said, no, because, there are a lot of people who are against the Americans for what they're doing because they did not recognize Iran for what it is. There's a lot of, again, come back to the media. There's a lot of things in the media that would suggest that Iran was this kind of, poor Iran, why the Americans beating up on them? No. Iran was a massive threat to the region and the world. I sent something to you all from the Saudi Arabian prince. Right? So it had to be done this way for the ugly to come out, right? The other piece that everybody needs to look at and missing is that China tried to supply the IRGC with weapons, right? They sent a cargo ship and it had materials, they call them dual-use materials. Yes, you could use it another way. So, for example, certain chemicals can be used as fertilizer or as explosives. But still, these materials are banned when it comes to war zones and that kind of thing for that particular reason. But China tried to run the blockade yesterday, right, to get in some of their stuff. This is what, again, I will always tell people, this war is not really about Iran. Yes, it is. Iran was a nuclear threat, but it's really about China. And we need to start looking at that very closely because we were touched by it too. China's intention to expand across the world.
Good morning, Ground Report. Good morning, TNT. Basman, I really don't like to address you, but I'm going to tell you something. No, you damn please. You hear what I'm telling you? Mr. Nunes is a walking historian. Mr. Nunes have been there, done that. Even if you don't agree with his point of view, you can't come here, especially in the Ground Report, and disrespect a man like Mr. Nunes. No, you damn please. You can't fit in his shoe, no day, no time. You understand? You're too damn disrespectful. You understand? And I'm going to tell you something. Mr. Nunes knows what he's speaking about. Every day on different platforms, we always learn. Let me speak for myself. Always learn something new that was. And you know, he bring a different. I know he's a bit slow because of his age and stuff like that. But Mr. Nunes has a brain, a memory that you will never reach, right? I want you to know it. Just let you know this. Know your damn place.
And you was man by him are disrespecting Mr. Nunes like that. Claim no, Mr. Nunes never run down no bus to buy tire and thing like what he doing. He's a tire biter. Ask him if the 100 bus, the electric buses are Rohanson, and I'm saying he was bringing down so much years now. If it went Venezuela instead, well, it took Conga line and wine.
Nice. So trying to make all the lines out. Oh, you have to go to the word of the day. Oh boy, time really flying, boy. So what's your word for the day? We want 2 words. The meaning. Let's test Lennox's skills. And then he's going to give you his word. So we ready for that segment. The word.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Get your dictionaries out. Get whether it's electronic or otherwise. And just relay. And, of course, you'll test my vocab. And if it is inadequate, well, certainly I will confess. And then you will give me the meaning of the word if I would not have been able to respond to your liking.
We have somebody here already. We have somebody here already.
Already? Okay,
yeah,
good. Let's hear it.
Otelda is also saying, ha, 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 laugh out loud. Andy, it's getting hot in there. Yeah. Don't let the Nunes now. The people go on. Go ahead.
Yeah. You're talking about a silver lock. Go ahead, caller. Sorry about that.
A pleasant good morning, Andy.
A pleasant good morning to you, Anne Brown.
A pleasant good morning, Mr. Lennox and Director Snipes.
Good morning.
The word of the day is laudable. It's an adjective.
Where is the word?
Yeah. Laudable. Laudable. Laudable.
Laudable. Kind. A laudable gesture, a kind gesture, acceptable gesture. But again, can't find any other description for that word. Tell me.
Correct. Something worthy. Something as worthy of praise.
Yes, laudable, yes, that's right.
Right, so you was wrong, Lennox Smith. It's something worthy.
No, I was right. She said I was right. Why you want to say
why
you making trouble?
What she didn't say.
You was right, all right, so laudable.
That's how he is. That's how he is, bro. You always want to have his colleague in a particular vice grip. But of course, I always escape. I don't know if I'm an escape artist in that regard.
But you get it.
Right, let's get another
Next
one.
Go ahead, caller.
Good morning.
Laudable.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning.
The word today is international.
Hey, you hear that?
Inter what?
Internecine.
Or internecine.
Wait, that's not what he's saying. No. Listen to what he's saying.
Internal. Internecine. You have the PNM is now engaged in internecine squabbles, meaning that from within.
Lennox,
am I correct there?
Yes, sir, but you have to upgrade your oratory skills. The word is internecine. Internecine. It's not internecine. Okay?
I'm using the local accent, so don't
try that. Don't try that.
Our communication with you, so that has been achieved. What else you want? Oh gosh, yes, internecine. He says internecine. I will accept that as well. Why?
It means among neighbors.
Yeah, but internecine, yes, from within. Yeah. All right. Yes, my friend.
Good.
All right, thank you very much. Internecine. Yes. All right. So, of course, the word I have for today, of course, is fictile. 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 Very malleable. You could flexible. So, if you're fictile individual, sometimes you could refer to your capacity to be indecisive, but fictile, Fictile. Of course, my friend might say fictile. That's all right. Once we understand each other, all right? Yes, indeed. Yes. So fictile. People, of course, malleable. You could very easy to be molded, etc. It is what part of speech is that? Yeah, is that adjective describe, of course, a particular conduct.
Right. So what was the 3 words? What was the 3 words before we go for the break?
Internecine. He preferred
internecine.
Internecine.
Yes, internecine.
And the one before that from our good friend would be why. I said, malleable, I think. Yes, she said malleable. No, is I say that? Another word, I'll get it during the course of the day, but these things come and go. If you give me the word, I will know, I would be able to respond, but sometimes, human memory is so frail. But we go for the break, and when we come back more on this edition of the Ground Report.
Every morning begins with a story, the headlines you need, the voices you trust, the conversations shaping our nation. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today, where your day starts informed and inspired. News that matters to you, conversations that spark new ideas, stories that move Trinidad and Tobago forward. Tune in weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. or join the conversation on any smart device at TNT Today Show. Trinidad and Tobago Today. Start here, exclusively on TTT.
This Mother's Day, let Mom's world be the focus with 30% off Apex Transitions lenses on complete eyewear. Because her day doesn't slow down and her eyes are constantly adjusting. That's why at Value Optical, we don't guess, we assess. Expert care, precision digital lenses designed for real life. Her world in focus with flexible payment options from CredIQ. Conditions apply. Offer available until May 10th. Value Optical. Expert care for your eyes.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
From now until May 31st, double the deals and double the possibilities with Eastern Credit Union's Dream Deals.
Fuel your future with Dream Deals. Borrow smart. Dream bigger. Feel that freedom. Renovations. Education. Clear debt. Start investing. Double deal combos on your vision. No stressing. Fuel your future with Dream Deals. Borrow smart. Dream bigger.
Get a loan for repairs, education, or both. You can win cash and shares. Dream deals from Eastern Credit Union, leading the way. Loan subject to approval. Normal lending criteria and special conditions apply. Promotion approved by the NLCB.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, the word for today was a very, very heart-rendering, nice segment there, man.
Yeah, I think it's getting more and more exciting.
So remember, it's Internet Sons.
Partners always remind me,
especially when you're challenger.
Yeah. He does remind me of a stickler for process and making sure that you are very meticulous. But he also at the same time does remind me if he was responsible for them Calypsonians and them, and a fella say, I go beat she. He would say, no, you can't say that. You have to say, I will beat her. Yeah. He kind of fella, he looking like them kind of strict principles, that we had long time. You make a joke. Perfectionist, so to speak. But it doesn't happen in the current world. As I said, the position is intellectually and academically that standard English is a foreign language. When
then which one is he?
Teachers are being trained. Yeah.
Which one is he correcting with what he's saying here then? Because at a point when I was early in the game at Power 1 or 2, it had an intellectual there, and he told me, the boys run. The boys run. Which one would have been the right thing there? The boys run. The boys run.
No, well, the boys run. Yeah, you can't say. You mean in terms of past tense, and it doesn't matter. The boys run or they run. Present tense run. Past tense run.
But I said the boys ran. He said the boys run.
But
I say okay.
The boys are plural. But if you're saying the boy, well, the boy runs. First, second, third person singular. I am, you are, she or it is. We are, you are, they are. Yeah.
Well, boy. Well, I look forward to my brother tomorrow. Please, God, come with that. Lennox Smith, remember at the end of the day, you are a teacher. He's a Trinidadian, and he's pronouncing the words. The man don't want no dialect. You's a very educated fella. Pronounce the thing on him properly. That's what the man trying to say.
No, you see, I can't do that.
Leave that for me. Leave that for me. Leave that for me. Not for you at all.
Listen, Andy. You ever hear a Chinese man practice English and how he just cut up anything? You catch a tail to figure out whether he talking English. But he talking English. He talking English. The fundamental reason for that power that human beings have is the ability to communicate by way of the larynx or the voice box or language. And therefore, once you convey the act or the philosophy or the principle, and the person understands, once the person understands, then the function of language would have been achieved. I understand the difficulty with some people because they would have grown up in a different time and language would have been considered. But language is also a living thing. Some languages have died. The French government, for example, they are doing their best to keep that language alive. But the English language has overwhelmed and taken over the world. It's considered to be the international language. So when you write it, however, well, there's a standard that you can't vary from. If it's boy, you whether you say buy in Grenada or boy in Jamaica, or boy in Trinidad, the fact is that when you have to write it, you have to say B-O-Y. You can't say Y-O-B.
All right, let me take a call here. Pleasant good morning to you, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Morning, Andy,
Morning, Mr. Lennox Smith and Sniper. Morning to Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning.
And the listening audience. You know, Malcolm X have one attitude where I stick to the ground because of the ground report. Okay. Lennox, Andy, and Snipe. I want to ask an honest question. Written from 56 to now, we ever had any government that we could truthfully say we didn't have corruption at all in this country, or if we could do something now with the present government to implement immediately to make sure this 5 years we wouldn't be able to get rid of corruption, but at least don't have to repeat what we know about, because here we're going. You remember when they changed the $100 bill? We hear about some pastor with some millions of dollars. You don't know where it becomes of that. Then we hear next thing with the drug susu where poor people was getting a little food, but some money was held. You ain't hearing nothing about that. Then we hear about some 40 or 30 something million with some man that get with to do some program with live sport. We ain't here with that. When we will start to hear, at least to minimize hearing these kind of things, because I am telling all you here this morning, Malcolm X saying, presently now it's still a corruption going on. Presently now. You understand? Why it is we cannot put some legislation in Parliament immediately, like how we dealing with the Zozo and all the bills. Why we can't put something, according to Mr. Amal, for what reform, that we could implement something for government people, public servants with the public purse to declare their asset and to say or seize some asset so we go know where all the richness gone, because this country had good wealth, but it end up in corrupted people purse all over the world. Let me know when we could deal with that. And I want Mr. Lennox, please help me. Could we know what we could do? Because to me, and I can't use the word on the radio because we're under a state of emergency, it's only when these things happen in country, then you see corruption. And look, America said they seized under Nudoro asset. Oh, right? They seized their asset where they had a set of gold in England and they couldn't get it to feed the people, right? So this America policy is where I want to say, I hear you play a thing there by Mr. Nobody. Most of the crime in this country is adopted from the same America, right? Let me get a policy from China and start to make we own things. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Next caller, the lines are open.
We have a call on this side. Go ahead, caller, quickly. Good morning.
Go ahead, caller. We hearing you.
Caller, lower the volume on your device and make your contribution.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Andy Lennox.
Good morning.
Snipe, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm calling from Piccadilly.
Okay.
Lennox, I want to ask you, is the debate campus, is it functional?
No, it is not. It is being renovated and upgraded.
So how every morning bus I'm calling and saying the budget being sent to debate campus?
Is DB you say, or you say UE? Or you were saying UE?
No, DB.
Well, I've frankly, I've never observed that statement or that particular reference. But I've heard him say repeatedly to go to UE.
Oh. So I just wanted
But if he did, then of course he would be wrong. Yeah, It's not functional. It's not functional at this time as a campus.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Have a caller here. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning to the magnificent.
Good morning.
I'm going to say something, Mr. Lennox.
Hey.
And when you have your name, and you just pronounce your name in a certain way, and sometimes a man had to ask you how you just spell your name.
Yeah. That's a regular of life.
So what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say, Mr. Lennox, so that you can tell a man how to spell his name. He spell his name in his way, although it's English. You will spell his name in a different way, and he spell it in his way, but you just have to accept that, isn't it?
Yeah, in that context, yes, because a lot of people lose opportunities because they on the board paper the name spell one way and they go and spell the name a different way in the next place, and the bank, especially banks, they say no, you have to go and rectify that. So you're
okay.
right.
So don't Mr. Smith, don't worry with that fella, right? He has to spell his name not it and his name the same way. We might spell it different way, and he will have to accept that. I go. Thank you.
I hear you, my friend. I hear you.
Nice. So the lines are open at Trinidad and Tobago. Oh boy, I don't play all those voice notes. So now we'll just take your calls. We'll take your calls.
But it was very interesting with that conversation with the Foreign Affairs Minister, Honorable Sean Sobers, because of course one of the elephant in the room was the whole question of Ms. Barnett and the Secretary General, and calls are being made across the Caribbean now for her resignation or her removal, because it's not a tenable situation. You cannot have a major player in CARICOM at odds with the Secretariat and the head of the Secretariat, whether or not people see it as a personal thing or otherwise. The fact is that she will now have to be the expendable force here, or the expendable element.
So she will have to go.
Not Trinidad and Tobago, yeah.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, she will have to make a decision. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Lennox Smith.
Yes, good morning.
Granny called to say this. Who run this country all the years?
Hold on, next caller. Go ahead, Granny. You go ahead, Granny. Hold on, next caller.
PNM run this country all the time. So who have this country like this? If PNM have this country like this, they're calling in on all different stations to talk about Kamala. Kamala gone there now. Kamala now gone there. PNM have the country like this, or the PNM calling in to talk to say this and that. Kamala now gone there. That refinery is Munilal and Kamala serve it, and the man they call COP with a call in program. Jindal from India come to buy it. He didn't come to work it. And when Munilal and Kamala then come out and tell him they have good UNC lawyers to lock up he and Rowley. Rowley pull out, and he pull out. Why he didn't sell it? Why he didn't sell it? He said he was going to sell it for that wicked man from India, Jindal. Everybody knows Jindal. Yeah? And PNM had his country, so. Thank you, all the children.
All right, thank you very much. Next caller, morning. Police officer.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, good morning. I want to add to what Mr. Nobody was saying this morning. Now, there's a lot of things that is happening here in America right now. Take, for instance, he talked about the SPL, you was being charged for the crime, I think. But it have other charges is being made and other allegations is coming out. One that happened recently is a congressman by the name of Sorrell, who was very popular in impeachment and all them kind of thing, was forced to resign because of sexual allegation against him. Right? He even had to drop out for the governor race in California because of that. And because of that now, it have other allegation is being made on other congressmen and people in the government circles right now. That will be coming out sooner or later again, right? And then there's a lot of the things that is being declassified by Tulsi Gabbard that exposing all the things that Trump have been saying that happened in the past to be true and have been covering it up. That will be coming out, and there's a grand jury set up in Florida that is looking into all this corruption from what Obama did with the peaceful transfer of power, where he started to investigate Trump, caused the impeachment and all this kind of thing. This never-ending attack on Trump. That is being investigated as a RICO case right now in Florida. And they're expecting charges to be laid in that soon, right? In the terms of you always hear the president, the former president, and other politicians, and the media was saying 4 police officers and 5 police officers and 6 police officers died on January 6th and was murdered on January 6th. I can tell you clearly, based on evidence, not one police officer was killed on January 6th. The one officer that died of a health issue on the date after January 6th. Nothing to do with January 6th. So when the media and these people keep repeating these lies, people tend to believe it. One of the biggest lies they perpetrate on the world based on advertisement from Hillary Clinton, and which was amplified by she financing it to be repeated over and over by the media and by people in Hollywood, is Trump is a liar, Trump is a racist, and Trump is all kind of different things she say, which was advertisement. It wasn't based on no thing, it was a campaign advertisement. And people still believe that up to today and will repeat it up to today with no proof. Even when you question them about it, they go to phrases, you don't watch the media, you don't watch the mainstream media. So they basing advertisement as facts. When I was in Trinidad, I used to tell the old people, when you see a doctor advertising a tablet to take for pain or whatever, you don't buy that. The doctor did not treating you, don't know what pain you have. So you shouldn't be buying them things. You're supposed to get advice from your doctor. Don't go on advertisement. But we see today people believe advertisement more than believe in what they see with their own eyes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, officer. What we're going to do is take a quick break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Gong Report. We'll be back.
I just want you to remind our listeners that they can also see us live on Talk City 91.1 FM on YouTube.
Yes. Well, right now, a lot of people are on YouTube. I'm watching them here now. Oh, boy, Anthony Ford, all of you on YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM YouTube. On the YouTube, we're seeing also semantics, all of you. Across on the YouTube. Talk City YouTube. So don't forget to like, to subscribe, eh? And get in the chat.
What we can purport to do right here on the Ground Report is break the YouTube record on Talk City.
Yeah.
Let them see just how powerful this program is.
Yes, indeed. Well,
so we can take the numbers today, and as we go forward in the week, we tell them just how much the YouTube viewership has grown.
Wonderful. Yeah. See how technical the man is? That's why we have him on board. To abreast us.
I don't mean to be bossy, but sometimes we have to show them what is the big program.
Yeah, but ability is ability. Yeah, so
I don't want to judge the big program based on YouTube views, but we go show them now. It has nothing bigger than the Ground Report. So when YouTube do so bow, they go say, but what the hell is this?
We'll show Mr. X.
We'll show Mr. X and Stefan. So they hear that, Mr. X and Stefan and them is technically saying them program bigger than the Ground Report because them have more views on YouTube than we. So I want to only go to Talk City YouTube. Subscribe. Make sure and subscribe. Yeah.
Well, that's one way of judging and making an assessment. But there are so many other ways when the Ground Report gets out there when the ground report is engaged, of course, in social interaction and helping people with their business and so on. So it's much, much, much more. So so views by itself has its role, but certainly in terms of the comprehensive nature of the ground report, I think there is none better, and there
Statistics
could be
versus
none.
numbers.
Yeah, according to our friend,
Let's go for
because
the break.
he has a different, there's a different statistics, and I just don't understand these people. So I asked him the question. Well, if you're talking statistics and it sees a difference, how you get your statistics? You have to have numbers first. I don't understand. But let's go for the break, and when we come back more on this edition of the Ground Report.
Or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Trinidad, are you ready? So Trinidad, are you ready? No.
By public demand, coming to Sapa, Laugh Till Your Belly Bust Part 2.
This is the anchor.
In partnership with Talk City 91.1 FM and TTT Limited, Sunday, 17th May, showtime, 6 p.m. sharp. Come see Victor St. Louis Pell and all his funny friends.
I tell a man the other day, I say, I is the smartest man in the world. He said, how so? I say, ask me any question and I could answer it. He said, how much seconds in a year? I said, 12 seconds. He said, how? I said, January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd.
Get a superstar.
Hey, one of my neighbor girl horn him. The man run and drink poison, boy, he dead. You know why? He drink it in the living room.
Louis Spider-Man Antoine and Friday, The Saint, and we are honoring Tommy Joseph, one of Caribbean's top comedian. Added to the cast, Damian Melville, and Paniska is back. Don't miss it. Laugh Till Your Belly Bust Part 2. Get your tickets now. General tickets are priced at $200, VIP $350, and Legend Sports Bar, 22 Agar Road, Point Fortin. Senga's Restaurant, number 65, High Street, Saparia, opposite Massey Stores. Dev Barbershop, Cookier, Pies Bar, Maravar Road, Joanne's Bar, Los Charros, and IslandEtickets.com. It's happening on the 17th of May at 6 p.m. sharp. For more information, call 358-5001. Love Till Your Belly Bust.
From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues and the stories that matter most to you, this is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
This is Destra, and right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's 7 minutes to the hour. It's 9 o'clock. How time this fly. Let me say a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you all. Don't forget to subscribe to Talk City 91.1 FM on YouTube. Don't forget to go across YouTube, subscribe. Let me show the next program.
The challenge is on. The challenge is on. I did the other takeaway I got from the interview with the Honorable Minister of Foreign and Caricom Affairs is that of the cowardice nature of Amy Brown, because he said he piloted a particular motion in the House with respect to the UK scenario, where people, of course, were either being banned or the possibility, visa requirements to get there. And he was, of course, putting things in order. And he was indicating that whilst Brown was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, there were several red flags that were lifted towards the Ministry of Foreign Affairs whilst he was there in charge, and he never responded. So he was very, very anxious to see him in Parliament to participate in that debate. However, he never turned up.
Because he know why. He know that what it is. He know he'd have been exposed. He'd have been exposed.
That is how the PNM operates. You see that with Dr. Rowley when he was Prime Minister. You see that with Al-Rari in particular, because there were several very, very embarrassing scenarios where, especially with Vincent Nelson, remember that one when he was to be removed from the position of Attorney General and relegated to the position of Minister of Local Government. But he looked so scary. He looked so timid. He looked so in a state of trepidation, fright, when he had to face the media, when he was asked the obvious question, well, what role you played? Why did you so engage in order to solicit a witness statement? You paid the man indirectly, of course, $10 million, and and he was asked the question, well, did the Prime Minister know? Did the cabinet know? He said no, and he was very calm and and as I say, frightened, looking like a squirrel. But as soon as they are on the ascendancy, boy oh boy, nothing could clip their wings, especially when they are on a roll. And that to and froing, that vicissitude of their character played out very, very poignantly in public, and therefore that they are not really genuine, because when things are nice, they then of course take charge and be as belligerent as possible. And as soon as things are not in their favor, you see the calm and collective and the calmash ants, as my mother would say. So we understand that, and that is what happened to Brown there. He would go to a press conference and castigate.
That is
but
so true.
when come to face the music, where he would be at the forefront and in the hot water, they just cowed out.
Go ahead, caller.
Disappear. Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox.
Yes, good morning.
Snipes, I can understand. When you say with the opposition, right? When the UNC was in power, they were doing the same thing. Everything the PLM do, they were opposing it, they were against it, they were asking questions why they do it. So what's the big problem now with PLM asking the UNC is that I answer the question or you ain't answer the question.
That's
and basically any party going to politics will be the same thing. If it switch over again, it's the same thing. UNC will go and attack the PNM, and is after the answer, doing answer, because that was the opposition. I mean, it's not oppose, but at least ask questions. They not oppose everything and say, we oppose, because they don't oppose.
No, but I wasn't going there. I was going in terms of personality. The UNC generally would say, listen, I apologize. The point I'm making, I was wrong. Like, take for instance, the Prime Minister was posed with a question. Are you satisfied with what your performance? And she said, well, yes, to a certain extent, but there's much more to be done. The PNL will not tell you that. They will tell you
good.
Everything was perfect, and it is utopia, when in fact, of course, it's dystopia. But go ahead.
All right, man. I see there's almost time to go, so I can wind up. All right, we'll talk to them.
Right, yes, my friend. Thank you very much.
All right, let me say a pleasant good morning to Susan Bootman, man. Yes, Mommy Juice. Not forgetting A&A Doubles and Roti. His daughter's son-in-law, Mr. Noel, all of you all. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Mommy Juice, no, me ain't stop calling out all my foreign people at all. I can't stop doing that. Just time. Oh boy, let me just get this here.
Time and truth.
Yes, I watch a little bit in the YouTube. Relax, anybody about to resemble Gypsy?
They try now the YouTube. All right, always 1 minute to the hour. Coming up next.
Somebody said I resemble Gypsy. I hope they take me for a gypsy. I hear you.
Oh boy!
Well, probably the first time they're seeing me on YouTube. Well, that's good. It means that our admonition is now manifesting itself in they turn into YouTube to make sure that they see their favorite program on the morning, and the personalities that bring that program to them every morning.
Nice. Don't forget tonight, Corridor Transformation, Lennox Smith at 8 o'clock. On behalf of the Ground Report team, don't forget to be safe on the nation roads. After God family comes first, don't forget that. So until tomorrow morning, please God, between your hours of 6 and 9, thanks so much for locking on to 91.1 FM. Don't switch that dial. The big program is coming up right after us, which is Off the Record. Yours truly, Mr. X and Stefan Rees. We are out of here.
Talk City 91.1 FM. Talk.
This is about creating opportunity through responsible management and citizen participation in national wealth. We are targeting US $3 billion in new investment within the next few years in energy, in construction, in tourism, and the digital economy.
Music.
It's reconstruction time in Trinidad, so put your shoulder to the wheel, man, lad, move on, don't stop. Till you reach the top. You put a hand and I put a hand and we will see. For big and for small in no time at all. Prosperity. There's no other way to do it. Show your patriotic spirit. Unity somehow. That ever needed you is now.
Culture.
The budget has goodies and some not so goodies, but that is because fairness requires that everyone plays their part.
Engaging conversations, latest news, our music. This is Talk City